Should I stay or should I go now? I should have sent that. Should I? No, I'm not going to say. How to know when it's time to move on, change to a new position and or a new company? Do you have any insights on how to unlock inner struggles if there is no urgency or any pushing towards a change? There's a lot of questions in there. That's a big question.
Yeah, I saw that this morning and I giggled a lot because so if you have looked through my LinkedIn page, I switched employers a lot. And I'm not sure that's the best advice, but it's taken me where I am now, at least. So I've always gone with when it doesn't feel right, I quit.
Mm-hmm.
Or rather, when I feel like I can't, when my moral compass is telling me that I can't change the direction the company is going, then I'm just leaving. So for me, ethics is really, really important. So if I feel like we are not treating people right, or we are taking shortcuts with our software or something like that, I just can't. To me, it feels very strongly when I need to go somewhere. And I've rarely managed to find a role within the company which feels better, because it's usually the upper management that makes me want to leave a company. As I said, I've had colleagues or friends that have chosen the opposite path. They've sticked with the company and changed the company, and that seems like, I mean, it feels to me that if you can actually achieve that, that's the best way forward. But I don't think I've ever had the stamina to do that. I've found better pastures, which rarely are better, unfortunately.
Okay, so what are the signals that you kind of detect that starts telling you, oh, it might be time to move on, or what kind of signals have you seen in other people that cause them to start to think, okay, it's probably time to look for a new role or a new company?
For me, it's been when I start complaining about the direction the company is going. Okay. That's my signal. So when I start feeling miserable about not being able to, because to me it's very important to feel that I can change things. So if I feel that I can't change things, then I will be unhappy. Other people don't seem to have that. Not everyone, at least. I know there are people who have been in the same company, in the same role, complaining for years and years and years, and they never make that change. And they are often very miserable. Yeah. So I wish I had a good answer, because I don't think that I'm necessarily happier. I'm just new at my job more often.
Okay. I've got a. Do you mind if I try and answer or give my point of view on this?
No, fine.
Because So here's what I think, right? So it's kind of if you were at Test Bash, the pre-Test Bash Manchester meetup, you would have heard Gabby talking about personal brand, and how that can really help you in your career. And the reason I bring that up is because I think the decision about whether to move or not is not just necessary. So a factor in that decision is not just about the job, right, and the company. Sometimes it's like, I know in Corona times, physical location is becoming less important, but if there's only a certain number of employees in your geographical area and you need to stay there because you've got family ties or something, then if you've got a personal brand that will bring work to you or will give you more options, that can be quite a helpful thing. If you, yeah, agree, Heather, it's never straightforward. If you're unhappy in the job, though, I think Leanna's pretty much bang on, right? I mean, it was only a matter of time before somebody gave the famous quote, "You can either change your company or you can change your company," right? I think that's one of those situations where you kind of have to decide, am I able to affect enough influence within my organization? Do I have the time and energy to do that, or is it just easier to leave? And again, your personal brand will come into that. Your ability, your credibility within the organization will help. So you should definitely work on that. But also your reputation outside will also affect that. It will give you more options, I guess. So that's a difficult one. It's quite a personal. It's difficult. It's difficult for somebody outside of you to answer that question. If you're not getting the growth, if you're not getting the salary, if there's something that's not right, then try and figure out where you're at. And if you can't, then start looking at the other options, I guess.
Yeah.
So I hope that helps. It might have got a bit hand wavy and a bit rambly, but yeah. If you need further clarification, then throw the question in the chat, and we'll get to it. Okay, thank you for that insanely difficult question, Andrea. Keep them coming, people. Keep the difficult questions coming.